I am thankful to have connected with you on this podcast. I want to ask you a favor. Please do subscribe, and by doing that, you help us to bring on many wonderful guests that we can all learn from, grow, and make an impact. It's such an honor to have Hannah with us to have a conversation. Hannah, please tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Hannah Ndakaziva. I'm a Zimbabwean, born in Zimbabwe in Africa, one of the 8 children. Came here to America to pursue my goals as a land of opportunity. My family had businesses back home, so that's also something that I've always wanted to do. I'm a nurse as a profession, and I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm an inventor. I invented the story roll. It's toilet paper holder. It's fabric that holds 3 to 4 extra toilet paper rolls. It's easy to maintain. It's decorative. It's got tassels. It can match any decors in the bathroom.
Thank you. So actually, I found you because of your invention, story roll. And I saw it online and I said, it's a miracle. So I pursued you, and that's why we are here. But we'll get into your invention and you finding story roll later. Could you please tell us about your immigrant journey? How did it start? So you are
Zimbabwean. Mm-hmm.
And then you have come to the US, a land of opportunities. Take us through it. Your journey coming. How were you able to choose the US? So your reason was come and seek opportunities. How was it like? So if there is any young Zimbabwean listening today and they want to travel to the United States, tell us your story so that it can give them an idea on how to navigate it.
Yeah, my story as an immigrant in America began when I came here, pursuing of opportunities, working hard. You have to work hard in this country. You don't work, you don't eat. Going to school, it wasn't easy, but I had to work, and I would work during the day and I would go to school in the evening. As I was going to school, I found it it was a little bit hard because the education here, they do critical thinking. Like in the exams, it's critical thinking, which is different from where we come from. I don't know about in your country, but I know in Zimbabwe, we don't do critical thinking. So it was a little bit hard. So studying a little harder and trying to understand critical thinking, it was a little hard, but it was easier once I grasped it. So I worked as an aide, nursing aide. I worked shifts, like double shifts. And it wasn't easy because I knew that I needed to go up, because when you're an immigrant, when you come to any country, you have to have a mindset, not staying where you are and be satisfied to the level that you are. You have to grow, and look to other opportunities. Yes, you might get a job as an aide. Don't stay there as an aide. If you come as an immigrant, you have to also look to other opportunities that can bring your level up. So you go to school as an aide. Can choose any career, because education is even more important to open up more opportunities. As you're working, whatever jobs you do as an immigrant, think about also going to school. Think about also venturing into other things. You can even start a business. You can do something. So you can also add your talents or whatever you have to the community that you live in. Think big as an immigrant. Do not just be satisfied with what you have, but just keep going up. This country, there's so many opportunities. The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit in this country. It's just you. You have to be the one to pursue all these goals and all these opportunities. There's so many opportunities in this country.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing and highlighting that there are opportunities, and as immigrants, we don't have to stop. We have to keep growing and learning, going to school and pursuing opportunities. So one will ask, what does it take? Did you have any support system that has helped you to get to where you are now? Because as you talked, you shared that it has been hard. You really work hard to get to where you are now. How were you able to do that? Who was behind you? Who was pushing you? Who was motivating you?
Looking at other people that have made it, that have done a lot, and listening to their stories. That's what really encouraged me, that there is opportunities. There is, you can change in this country. I listened to so many people that came as immigrants and they've done well. They've gone to different countries and they've done so well. And Zimbabweans that I know that have done very well. And that also encouraged me that I can also do it. I can make it. If this person have made it, I can do it too.
Absolutely. If one has done it, you can do it also. That is why representation really matters. And thank you for
Yes.
sharing your story also to inspire others.
Thank you.
Yes. So when you arrived as a newcomer, how were you able to pursue growth? You talked about going back to school. Did you already speak the English language or did you have to learn it all over again?
In Zimbabwe, English is a second language. So we learn it from primary, from when you start school, from kindergarten, crash, whatever, daycare. We start learning ABC. As English as a second language, you cannot get a job in Zimbabwe without an English in A or B, A, B or C.
Yeah.
So it's so we speak English, and we're colonized by the British. So we speak English in Zim. So English wasn't very hard because we speak English in Zimbabwe.
Okay. I do know, but just for the sake of my viewers, because I'm also an African and a Ghanaian, so I
Yes.
get what you're saying. Wonderful. So when you came, you said you went to school. What did you learn in school? And how was it like going back to school and even living all by yourself as an immigrant?
I did my GED first. Then I got my GED. Then I went to a community college where at first I wanted to do, my major was hotel management. Then I changed to nursing. So I got my nursing diploma and I started working as a nurse.
So let's pause and reflect, Hannah. How has the journey been so far? Has it been worth it? And most importantly, have you taken the time to enjoy the journey? Because many immigrants, it's all about hard work. They don't even take the time to spend their own money and enjoy. Are you doing that?
Well, reflecting, the journey was very hard, it still is, because there's so much to learn, there's so much to do. I haven't taken much time to enjoy because there's still so many things that I still need to do. I do a little bit of enjoying, but I'm still not there yet. I really like to enjoy, to travel, to see the world, but I'm still working on the business. So I try not, I do enjoy myself, not that much, but I have a bucket list, but I'm not yet at a point where I really need to do some stuff because I'm still working on the business, still growing the business. Yeah. And I still have also responsibilities that I am working on.
Absolutely. And so during challenging times as an immigrant, what keeps you going? What helps you to overcome and keep doing your best?
My goals as an entrepreneur is, when what keeps me going, what encourages me is to give back. Because right now I work with a few widows that we help. And as much as I want to grow my business, I also want to grow that charity work that I do, because there's just a few widows that we've been working with. So what gives me more energy and wanting to do what I want to do is so I can help more and more widows, just to give back. That's what really my goal is, and to help out, to give back, because there's so much going on, especially all over the world. There's so much work to be done. So yeah.
Well done. Thank you for the impact that you are making. It's making a significant difference. Let's talk about entrepreneurship. What motivated you to start your own business as an immigrant in a new country?
My background, I came from a business family. My grandparents had businesses. My grandparents owned like a cafeteria and also a bakery. My grandparents, my dad's parents, and they did very well. And my dad did not inherit that as a firstborn. He also did his own business. He went into his own business and he started small and he grew fast. And also, he always told us that when you reach 40, you have to be your own boss. You can't let people tell you what to do at 40 years. You have to be the boss. So that's what he always told us. At 40 years, you have to be your own boss. And while I was growing up, our dad also taught us to manage because he had different departments. So as a teenager, we started managing, but not like managing. We had managers, but we had to oversee. Everyone had a department where you oversee and just making sure that things are getting done. So that also inspired me to starting my own business. And also, though I was overdue over 40 years, and I was already overdue, but he always encouraged us to own our own businesses, do something. Don't at 40 years keep jumping up and down, being told what to do. You have to be your own boss. So yeah.
Okay, so kudos to Daddy for the motivation. And having started your business in the United States, how has it been? Has it been challenging?
Yes, very challenging. I'm a nurse and going into invention, that's a totally different career. So I had to research on an invention since so what happened first, let me tell you how my journey was, how I became that type of business as an inventor. I was in church one day. The preacher preached about how God gives you wisdom to make wealth. I prayed on that. One day I saw the towel. A long time they have those decorative towels in the bathrooms that have tassels and stuff. As I was looking at those tassels, I looked, I said, I think you can, instead of you decorating with the towels, you can also use extra toilet rolls. The same pattern, decorative. They can match the towels, they can match, the bathroom accessories and stuff. And my first prototype was towel material before I used the shag material. But then what was hard in this type of business is knowing where to start. You have this idea, what do I do now? So, I pray a lot. I pray, I ask God, this is what I have. You said you give us an idea, you give us wisdom. Where do I go from here? God is very faithful, very faithful. As I was working, this girl came to me and I told her I have an idea. She's from Jamaica. I have this idea. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know where to start. She said, oh, you have to patent it first. I didn't even know what patent was. I said, how do you know? She says, I worked for a patent lawyer. So I patented it. I said, what patent was, and I patented it. But the difficulties was to finances, how to finance the business, to understand the business. Because you have to understand, you have to know how the business works and how to go about it. But through prayers, God just guide. God will always guide you. And people came into my life that would guide me. I had mentors, entrepreneurs, the old entrepreneurs, retired entrepreneurs, who would every 2 weeks or every week, I would sit down with them and they would guide me. Okay, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need a business plan, you need to do this, you need to do that. So I did that. And through their help and through the business coach, I managed to get where I am and working doubles as a nurse. All my paycheck was just going in project into that business. But it wasn't easy. It's still not easy. Marketing, trying to research and having people helping you. So financial, mental, exhausting, but yeah, especially finances and also just understanding the business itself and marketing and trying to prove why your product is better than this one and that one and explaining which is that's another, thing. But
Thank you for sharing the insights that as an entrepreneur, it is hard, but you need mentorship, you need support, you need to constantly learn about the business. And of course, through prayer, prayer is the key.
yes, prayer is the key. Asking the Holy Spirit to guide you, and He will guide you. And people that I work with, I never looked for them. The friends would just, oh, this person is an accountant. He can do your accounting. And that person, the accountant, oh, I have a friend of mine who also is good in computers to do your website. So all these people, God just sent these people. And if I look back, I'm like, some people, like my son always used to ask me, Mom, how did you know this person? I didn't know them. I really didn't know these people, but God just, is a way of sending people into your life and into your everything, that if you ask, He will provide in a way that's amazing, very amazing.
Wonderful. So, how did your unique background, some of your experiences influence your entrepreneurial journey? Your culture back home, the culture in the US, the schools that you went to, how has it influenced your entrepreneurial journey?
Looking at how my parents worked and looking how they did very well through hard work, and being there with the business, being the one that's in control. Though you have people working with you, you also have to be in control, and also just being in control of the business, making it happen.
Being in control.
Because my parents, my dad was very in control, and he was a visionary. My dad was a visionary. When he started his business, he took all his pension, and everybody thought he was crazy. How do you take all your pension to invest in a business? But he did that, and he expanded it. And he was involved. I mean, he would get up 4 a.m, and he'd come home late. So he was so hardworking. So that's what also inspired me to work hard, to work hard. Everything, you just have to work hard and never give up, keep pressing and keep pushing. Because there's challenges that you face, but you just keep pushing. That's what he did. And my grandparents too, they were very hardworking. They never went to school, but they knew how to manage their business, and they did very well.
Great insights, Hannah. Let's talk
Thank
about
you.
some challenges you face as a business owner. Are there times that you think you want to quit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Many, many times that you just feel like, I can't do this. I can't do this. There are some times when you fall and fall so hard, and then you'll be like, am I going to get up from this? Where do I go from here? But then something will tell you, yes, get up, you can do it. Many, many times I've woken up and say, you know what, I don't know, I can't do this, because I work full time as a nurse, and I'm working full time as a business owner. It's not easy. Many times I've wanted to quit, many
But what
times,
stops you from quitting?
because of the goals, the influence, to change lives, to touch lives. Because if everybody had quit, and then what? But people have continued, and when you listen to other people's stories, sometimes you know that your story is not even close to what they went through. So that also will push you, and because you are listening to them, you're like, oh, well, this one is worse than I thought I was. So that also will make you get up and do what you have to do, because listening to other people's stories, that have made it, that are very successful. And when you look back to what you have gone through, you'll be like, I'm not even close to what they went through. So that's what keeps you going.
Absolutely. When you listen to other stories and the experiences, sometimes you feel like, okay, let me keep quiet and then keep going.
Exactly. And you have to apologize for whining and crying. And I've done that many times. I prayed as, Lord, I can't do this. I mean, then the Lord will show you what other people went through, and you'll be like, Forgive me for whining. Yeah. That's what also give me the courage to keep going. They have made it, but it wasn't easy. Nothing is easy.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, you enjoy the fruit of your hard work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so what role did failure play in your journey?
It made me strong. When you fail, you have to look back and see what went wrong. You panic, but you have to breathe first and then think and look back. So you have to learn from your mistake. So that also, I had to look back and see what went wrong. What did I do that needs to be corrected? Then it makes you learn. It makes you strong. You learn more from your failures. You learn a lot. It made me stronger. It really made me stronger. Failing is not the end of your life. You fail, you get up, you move on.
Right. Failure is not the end. You
Yes.
fail, you learn, and you move on. Hannah, what advice would you give to entrepreneurs looking to enter global markets and engage with diverse customers?
My advice to immigrants is to do a research on whatever you want to pursue. And when you do your research, then you can do what you need to do. But in the same time, do not put it aside and say, I will do it. I will do it. Just go ahead and do what you need to do. Don't wait for time. There's no time to wait. There's no set date to start anything. Just go for it and just do it. If I tell you I started my business with no money, and when I look back how much I've spent, if I had known before I started, I wouldn't have started my business. There was no way I was going to say, oh my God, where am I going to get that money? But I just started anyways. I started. So my advice is just start. Just go for it. And you learn as you go. You learn as you go in prayer. Pray and ask God for guidance because God will guide you. My faith, that's my faith. That's what I believe, to put God first and to let him do what he knows best because he knows our journey. And when you ask, he will guide you. So that's my advice. Seek the Lord and he'll guide you.
Well said. I agree. So, Hannah, what is the most important thing that you do today to make tomorrow better?
I help as much as I can with what I have, not much, but I will help whoever needs help. I advise financial, I help financially what I can to help someone start whatever they need to start because I struggled too. When I started, I didn't get any help, financial help from anyone, but I try to help those that are needs financial help. My family is usually and other friends, some of them that need to start their business or whatever, I'll give the little that I have, I can give them so they can start. And I don't ask for anything back, but I tell them, when you are successful, help someone else. Help someone else. That's how we, as immigrants, we have to help each other. We have to support each other. So I do give support in overall. I do support whoever needs my support.
Thank you for your support. And as you said, when you give to somebody, it becomes a ripple effect. So that person will also go ahead and help somebody, and it goes on and on. Thank you.
On and on, yeah.
So, Hannah, it's time to invite our community to support you. Tell us about the business, Store a Roll. Store a Roll is a decorative toilet paper storage, safe space, time, and money. And it can hold 3 to 4 rolls. It comes in different colors to match your bathroom accessories. And it's a must-have. Hannah, tell us about the business, how our community can support you.
The community can support me in going on our website, storyroll.com, and buy the Story Roll. So we can also come up with so many colors. Because right now, Story Roll has only off-white color, which also matches any decor in the bathroom. But in this journey, I've had so many people ask for different colors. And it's all expensive just to manufacture just one color. it's very expensive, so when they buy the story roll, we are able to buy many colors so that they match the bathroom mats. The story roll comes in a shaggy material, which is the same material that makes those bathroom rags that we have in the bathrooms. Is the same material. So when it comes in different colors, you can combine colors, and you can use different colors with your mats so they can match your mats, your different colors match. And also, so if they go to our website, they can get the story roll. We are also on Instagram. We're also on Facebook.
Wonderful. So Hannah, finally, please complete the sentence for us. Immigrants are
a blessing to any country. Immigrants can bring their talents. They can change communities. They can change lives. Immigrants are a blessing to any country.
Thank you.
Because they change lives and the economy too.
Thank you so much, Hannah, for coming and sharing your immigrant story. There's so much that we can all learn from you so that we can grow and make a significant impact in our communities.
Thank you for having me.